Yokoshi Futaba, will you marry me? I'm Katsutoshi Ikeda, 26 years old. When I proposed to my girlfriend of 1 year, Yokoshi Futaba,
Actually,
what slipped from Futaba's lips were neither yes nor no. And after hearing what she had to say, I was stunned for a while. A little over a year ago, I was occupying the only bench in the park, listlessly gazing at the sky. I never thought they died so soon. My parents, who were involved in an accident during their pearl wedding anniversary trip. Today was the day of their funeral, and I was cursing my own powerlessness. I should have been more devoted to my parents, just when the feeling of regret was overwhelming me.
Excuse me?
A hesitant voice reached my ears. When I looked up vaguely, there was a woman with a troubled expression. This was her first encounter.
Could I sit there too?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice you. When I moved to make room for her to sit, she smiled with relief. She must have been very careful before approaching me, judging by my clothes and unusual appearance. Then, we sat there without talking to each other. Chicken soboro. The smell of the onigiri Futaba was eating tickled my nostrils, and I muttered involuntarily.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my favorite. But I guess it smells, doesn't it?
No, that's not it. My dad loved it too, so Dad, as if that word was a cue, I began to talk nonstop. Actually, I just had my parents' funeral today. I told Futaba, who I had just met, about my situation. That the trip for my parents was my gift, that my grandparents had also passed away, and that I was all alone in the world. I choked up at times, but Futaba listened to me in silence until the end. I couldn't do anything for my dad or mom.
But you had that feeling that you wanted to be devoted to them. I think that was enough for your parents. Taking care of yourself is the most important thing, I think. I'm sure they were very happy that you gave them the trip as a gift.
Thank you. I had been regretting that I shouldn't have given them the trip. But Futaba's smile and words strangely slipped into my heart and made me feel lighter. I fell in love. I realized that after we exchanged contact information and went home. After that, Futaba and I went on dates, and I confessed my feelings, and we started dating. Futaba is 3 years younger than me, but she's very mature. She told me that she might have changed her mind because she started working after graduating from junior high school.
I wasn't good at studying, so I wanted to start working early.
She says this, but Futaba is a bookworm, and I don't think she had academic problems so severe that she couldn't go to high school. Her family situation must be complicated. That made me want to make her happy even more. And now, back to the beginning. I was prepared for some heavy news, but...
You see, when I was 5 years old, my real parents died and I was left with my relatives.
The environment Futaba grew up in was harsher than I had imagined. Her foster parents doted on their own daughter, who was Futaba's foster sister, and treated Futaba poorly. Her foster mother was a stay-at-home mom, but Futaba was left to do all the housework, and her foster father took it for granted. Also, her foster parents were reluctant to pay for Futaba's high school education, but their own daughter is now in college. What the hell is that? Why did they take her in if they were going to treat her so badly?
I don't know. Maybe they just wanted a free maid. I can use the 3,000 yen a month I pay for living expenses freely, so they're not taking my salary.
I guess I can't keep going like this, Futaba said with a bitter smile.
I love you, Katsutoshi. But if we get married, it will be a burden on you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have dated you in the first place.
Then I'll rescue you, so don't say such things, even as a joke. I'm not saying it's a repayment for you being there for me when my parents died. It's just that if my girlfriend is hurting, it's my duty to help her. Isn't that right? I'll say it again. Futaba, will you marry me?
Yes!
I will definitely be happy with you. My resolve strengthened even more. Time passed, and Futaba and I visited the Yokoshi family to formally announce her marriage. After discussing it with each other, Futaba decided to break off relations with the Yokoshi family when we got married. Therefore, we visited them with a lawyer just in case. I'm still immature, but I will do my best to cherish Futaba. May I have your permission to marry Futaba?
Yes, if you don't mind a woman like her. But you're a strange one, aren't you?
Well, it can't be helped, can it? After all, he's all alone in the world, right?
I'm sure you two lonely people felt a strange sympathy for each other. It suits you, lowlife.
Why do I have to be told such things just because I don't have any family? The Yokoshi couple, Masaya and Mana, and their daughter Mako, I was boiling with rage at them for saying whatever they wanted. But I couldn't afford to start an argument and break off the engagement, so I kept my mouth shut.
Father-in-law, mother-in-law, I would like to dissolve my ordinary adoption upon marriage. So would you please cooperate with me in preparing the agreement for dissolution of adoption by mutual consent? Oh, that would be a problem. We were planning to have Futaba send us money if she leaves the house. We might have to pay gift tax if she becomes a stranger.
Allowance, you say?
Of course. We let Futaba stay in this house in exchange for having her do all the housework. If she can't do that anymore because she's getting married, we'll have to hire a new housekeeping service.
That's right. If Futaba isn't going to do the housework in her house, it's only natural that we should be paid for it.
How far were these people going to push Futaba? Just when I was about to say, if that's how you feel, then we'll go to court.
I see. So you must be in dire straits. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking for financial assistance from Futaba, whom you just called lowly, would you?
What?
Well, if the allowance is going to be spent on housekeeping services, it wouldn't be tax-free anyway. Our family isn't in any trouble. Dad is a department manager at a major company. Then are we to understand that you agree to divorce Futaba?
Of course. You're no use to us anyway, so it's a relief that you're out of our family register.
Thus, Futaba and the Yokoshi couple prepared their agreement for dissolution of adoption. They submitted it to the city hall that day, and Futaba was finally no longer a member of the Yokoshi family. Soon after, we started living together. We spent our days cooperating with each other. I'm done cleaning the bathroom.
Thank you. Dinner will be ready soon, so just wait a little longer.
If it's gonna take a while, should I help you?
No, it's okay. It's almost done simmering. It's amazing how quickly you can make nimono when you parboil it in the microwave. At the Yokoshis, I wasn't allowed to do this because they said it was cutting corners. So it's a bit refreshing.
Even if we don't live a luxurious life, Futaba is happy with every little consideration. It reminds me of how badly she was treated at the Yokoshis, but more than that, I'm happy to see her happy face.
I'm also happy that I can make the things I like and have Katsutoshi eat them. Besides my own lunch, I was usually only allowed to make Mako's favorite foods.
The Yokoshi family did celebrate Futaba's birthday, coming-of-age ceremony, and other events. However, even at these celebrations, Futaba was in charge of preparing the food, and she couldn't even eat her own favorite dishes. Well then, for your next birthday, I'll cook for you with all my might. Of course, the menu will be all your favorites. We can't forget the chicken Saburo onigiri. You're the star of the day, so we have to make sure you have a great time.
Thank you, Katsutoshi. Then in return, I'll make a lot of your favorite food for your birthday.
We continue to live a peaceful life, and we officially registered our marriage. We're experiencing happiness every day. One holiday, I was approached by a stranger in a convenience store I happened to be in.
Excuse me, young man. Would you mind giving me some advice?
Apparently, she was here to buy food, but she couldn't decide what to buy. Okay, I understand. By the way, what are you thinking of getting?
First of all, sandwiches. I love the fluffy and juicy texture. Especially the egg sandwich and the fruit sandwich are the best. The warm and fluffy nikuman are good too. The onigiri rice is delicious, and I'd like to buy all the different kinds if I could eat them all.
The old lady continued to talk with great enthusiasm. She was overflowing with love for convenience stores. After that, we managed to decide what to buy, and we ended up having a meal together in the park.
The food at Japanese convenience stores is so good that I always have trouble deciding.
She, Keiko White, is Japanese, but has been living in the United States since she married an American. She was a non-regular employee, but she had been working hard until a few months ago.
Actually, I came to Japan because I wanted to see my granddaughter. But I can't seem to see her. My husband passed away a while ago, and it made me realize that I'm not immortal. So I'd like to see my granddaughter's face while I'm still alive.
I see. I'll pray that you two can see each other again. Since I lost my parents, I know the pain of wanting to see them but not being able to. Although I couldn't do anything but pray, I sincerely hope that they will meet again.
Thank you, Mr. Ikeda. Oh, that's right. Would you like to see a picture of my granddaughter? I'm sure I'm biased, but she's a lovely girl.
As Mrs. White took out a picture from her bag, I quietly leaned in, but... Huh?
What's wrong?
I froze for a moment and couldn't respond to Mrs. White's question. A few days later, the 3 members of the Yokoshi family were in the living room, dealing with a visitor.
Good grief. What does a lowly stranger want with us now?
Yes, their visitor was me, Futaba, and one more person.
Oh, and who might this lowly person be?
When the other visitor, Keiko White, asked, Yokoshi Mako burst out laughing.
Oh my, you didn't know when you came all the way here with them? The man and woman there are all alone in the world. And the woman is ungrateful. Do you have any idea how much trouble we've been in because you got married? You have no money and we took you in. Don't you have any gratitude for this house?
Hey, stop it, Mako.
That's right. Futaba has been very kind to us all this time, hasn't she?
The Yokoshi couple desperately tried to appease their daughter, but their anxiety didn't reach Yokoshi Mako.
Oh? What are you talking about? Dad and Mom always said that. It was all Futaba's fault that we were running out of money because of housekeeping services and eating out. They had to drastically cut my allowance, and it's been a huge inconvenience.
So you want Futaba to send you money? I'm speechless. You shouldn't have any obligation to support Futaba, who's already a stranger. In general, if you can't afford to outsource your housework, wouldn't it be better to do it yourself?
Shut up! Anyways, we're the ones who are suffering. Pay us compensation. I see. I now have a clear understanding of your way of thinking. Futaba, I'm so sorry that I left you in such an environment for so long. We should have taken you in, our granddaughter.
Yes, Keiko White was Futaba's maternal grandmother. It was Futaba in the picture she had. Once we realized that, Keiko and I started calling each other by our first names. Why was Futaba left with the Yokoshi family? It goes back to the time when Futaba's parents died.
You want to take Futaba in? Yes, Futaba-chan has just lost her parents, right? Wouldn't it be stressful for her to be taken to an unfamiliar place like America?
Besides, Mana is a stay-at-home mom, and we have a daughter who is close in age to Futaba-chan. Futaba-chan won't be lonely.
At the time, the Whites were working tirelessly in America. As they talked with the Yokoshi couple, they felt that it would be a burden on Futaba if they took her in. Also, Futaba's paternal grandparents had passed away, and the only relatives in Japan who could take her in were the Yokoshi family.
However, we don't have the financial resources to raise Futaba-chan properly.
I understand. If you will take good care of Futaba, we will pay for her upbringing.
Thank you so
much.
After that, the Whites started receiving pictures every year as a record of Futaba's growth. Then Keiko took out a picture of Futaba that she had cherished and gently stroked it.
Why didn't I notice the sadness behind Futaba's smile?
Futaba was grateful that the Yokoshi family celebrated her birthday and coming-of-age ceremony.
From the looks of it, they reluctantly celebrated Futaba's milestones, just to keep up appearances with us.
Yes, to take pictures to send to the Whites. It was all for themselves. Also, no matter how many times the Whites asked to see Futaba, the Yokoshi couple always said it was inconvenient. Naturally, if the Whites and Futaba were to reunite, their poor treatment of Futaba would be exposed. However, the Whites kept blaming themselves, saying it was their fault for being so busy with work.
I'm so sorry I didn't notice until now.
Keiko realized Futaba's plight the day she met me at the convenience store. That day, I invited Keiko to my house and reunited her with Futaba.
Until I met Katsutoshi, I thought I was all alone. But I had someone who cared about me, even back then. Thank you for everything, Grandma. Futaba.
When they hugged each other, I felt a warm air flow through the room.
I talked to Futaba afterwards, and it seems that you treated her very poorly.
Poorly? That's right. It's discipline.
That's right. Love isn't just about spoiling someone. Even if we assume that it was discipline, why didn't Futaba go to high school or college? We wanted to receive child support until Futaba turned 22 because it would cost money to send her to university. You signed the contract to that effect, didn't you?
Well, that's because Futaba said she didn't want to go to high school. That's a lie. I really wanted to go to high school. But my father-in-law and mother-in-law said they couldn't afford to send me to high school, so I had no choice but to work.
Well, even if what you're saying is true, then you should still have the child support money left over. Because this child was working, not relying on you financially, and even contributing to the household expenses. Could you return the child support money you gave us after Futaba started working?
The Yokoshi couple stammered and couldn't say another word. Come to think of it, during the marriage interview, this man said that Futaba was no longer of use to them. Futaba is 23 years old this year. If that meant that she was no longer of an age where they could receive child support, then they probably embezzled the child support money they received from the whites. Judging from their reaction, my guess seems to be correct.
Even if you spent it, I'll sue you for damages. That's what the contract said, right?
What is that?
Yokoshi Mako, who had been completely out of the loop until now, glared at Keiko.
I told you, didn't I? We're in trouble with money. You're going to extort money from someone like that? How greedy can you be when you're so close to death?
Hey, Mako, stop it.
Because if this goes on, I might not be able to go to college. And we might have to sell this house someday.
Enough is enough. Are you still only thinking about yourself at this point? Something snapped inside me at Yokoshi Mako's outrageous and selfish remarks. Didn't you ever think anything was wrong? That Futaba couldn't go to high school, but you could go to college? That your parents prioritized you and never listened to Futaba's wishes? And you too! Keiko's husband died without ever seeing his granddaughter, whom he had wanted to see for 18 years. If you hadn't interfered, they might have been able to make family memories. How can you have no remorse for ruining someone else's happiness?
Thank you, Katsutoshi. I'm all right now.
Keiko's dignified voice calmed my magma-like boiling head a little.
Now, Mr. Yokoshi, you're familiar with the company my husband founded, aren't you?
Yes, the famous White Technology.
White Technology, a major American company that is also a client of Yokoshi Masaya's company. Apparently, after her husband passed away, the management rights were transferred to Keiko's brother-in-law's family.
The current CEO is my nephew, and I'm planning to report this matter to him properly.
Please don't do that.
Yokoshi Masaya desperately bowed his head, probably thinking that his position in the company would be jeopardized. But Keiko ignored him and turned a big fake smile to Yokoshi Mako.
I make it a point to get rid of things that I might regret not doing, because I'm getting old.
Oh. Futaba, please do something about this. Why should I help someone who forcibly took away 18 precious years of my life? Even if that weren't the case, you never responded when I asked for help. Just like you told me. Please clean up your own mess. But...
Thus, after we had all said what we wanted to say, we left the Yokoshi house. After that, White Technology voiced their disapproval, and Yokoshi Masaya was demoted and transferred to a window seat department.
You angered the founding family of White Technology, didn't you? No matter how much experience you have as a working adult, it's not good to be lacking in common sense.
He was rumored to be in a tough spot at work. However, my guess that the Yokoshi family had embezzled Futaba's child support money was correct. He couldn't quit his job because he had to repay the child support money, so he was working every day under stress. They were also running out of money, so they sold their house, and Yokoshi Mako dropped out of college. Even then, their income wasn't enough, so Mana and Mako started working part-time jobs.
Are you kidding me? You can leave now. But...
The two of them, who had developed a habit of laziness, couldn't work seriously and were quickly fired. Eventually, they ran out of places to work and couldn't see an end to their financial woes. As for us, we gained 2 new family members. One is Keiko. She moved to Japan and lives nearby. And the other one is...
Great grandma.
Yes, Futaba and I got married after that. About a year later, our child was born.
I'm still worried that this happy life might be a dream.
This is reality, but I can't have you daydreaming in your current state. We're going to be even happier from now on.
Right. Yes, you're right.
We're not rich. The dinner table before payday is simple, and we live a very ordinary everyday life that can be found anywhere, but...
We have to make a lot of memories and tell everyone in our family proudly. The life you gave us is wrapped in happiness today.
Sometimes we save money, sometimes we fight, but I cherish every day that we can still laugh together. We know that it's not a given that we can do that every day. The little things in our ordinary days, each and every one of them will surely lead to our happy future. My name is Ryohei Murakami. This happened some years ago.
I've been thinking. I want to break up.
What? Why all of a sudden?
Sorry, but I already decided.
Right out of high school, my girlfriend had broken up with me. I at least wanted her to tell me the reason. Her answer was unexpected.
You're gonna work at your family's factory and not go to university, right?
Yeah, so?
Honestly, it's way too embarrassing to have a factory worker boyfriend.
Huh? What?
Think about it. There's no future in that, and it's lame. It's so shameful, I can't introduce you to anyone. You're embarrassing.
She didn't feel bad about anything she was saying. My jaw dropped.
That's how it is. Don't call me. Bye.
All I could do was watch her get up and leave. That's how I got dumped by my girlfriend at the time. My daily life didn't change.
Turn the handle and adjust the placement. Check with the indicator for the things you can't see directly.
This was my family's small factory. We specialized in a type of metal processing called micro-EDM. This type of processing uses sparks from electrodes to melt the metals. It works on objects regardless of their hardness. We can open a pinhole in any type of metal, so we were pretty well known in my town.
Metals aren't actually hard, they're soft. They shrink and expand based on temperature. That's why this is delicate work.
My father can create a deep, accurate hole that no one else can imitate, even though we use the same machines. I've always admired my father and respected him too. Embarrassing. That was shocking to hear.
Huh? Ryohei? What's wrong? Your hands aren't moving.
Oh, nothing. I got back to work, but my head was still spinning with what she had said. I just have to wait until I forget what she said. In the end, it took quite a long time to forget. A few years later,
What do you mean? We made it the way they told us to.
Yes, we made it exactly the way they said, but they want to change it. Their initial request was a 0.3mm hole and a 2cm long metal piece, right? Yes, we did that, but...
What? They wanted under 0.005 millimeters?
Yes, we told them that our machines can only go up to 0.2mm, but...
I guess they have their reasons. Let's see.
My father thought about it and faced me.
Ryohei, you try it.
What? Me?
Yes, you do it.
I didn't know how to react, but my father was the boss. Okay. I started the process of drilling. First, what kind of electric current to use based on the hardness. Make some adjustments on the machine. Okay, next, where to put the hole. Point the sensor toward the material. Adjust the placement by 0.02mm for a few hours. What? It's already going through. No mistakes and so fast.
Look, my son is good.
The employee was shocked. My father looked proud. The next day, the customer was happy with the finished product. After that, we received additional orders. Cheers! A while later, I was at a local izakaya with my high school classmates.
Man, I never thought Murakami-kun would take over the family business.
Right? He had good grades, so I thought he'd go to college.
Haha, I thought about it. How's everyone? We talked aimlessly for a while. Suddenly, my friend brought something up.
I saw on social media recently, Lena-chan got engaged to some company heir.
You stupid. We said we wouldn't talk about that in front of the ex.
I was a bit shaken, but I pretended to be fine. Oh, really? That's nice. It's in the past, don't worry. What she said about my job still hurts, though. They seemed relieved and continued to talk about my ex.
Some electric parts company? She's gonna marry the heir.
Ah, lucky. We have to work next year.
About that time. What are you all doing next year? When I asked, the room went quiet.
I do not want to work.
I also just want to have fun.
What's wrong? Chin up, guys. I felt the tension in the air and tried to fix it, but it was no use. After that, it was like a funeral for the rest of the night. The next day, I met with a client at a restaurant.
Murakami-sama, we've been expecting you.
Thank you, I apologize. My father has a work matter that can't be missed. I think he'll come later.
Don't be so nervous. I'm Sarah Kishimoto.
She smiled and led me to a private room. We ran into someone on the way.
Ryohei-kun?
Lena? Why are you here?
Oh, who are you?
Oh, sorry. She's my ex-girlfriend. When I answered, Lena looked disgusted.
Can you not say that? We're nothing.
Okay, right. Sorry.
Oh, is this the guy Lena told me about?
The broke. No, ex-boyfriend? Someone with a player vibe came in. Apparently, he was the heir that everyone was talking about.
I guess I'll give you my card. I'm Kazuya Kubozono. I'm the next president. Where's your card?
I have one.
As you can see, he's rich. We're having dinner with his father today.
You're still young. How sad are you to be working in a factory?
Stop it, Kazuya-kun. Opening holes in metal? He loves it.
That's so lame. Good luck.
I was starting to get angry, but I held it in. Kishimoto-san noticed something was wrong and spoke up.
If you're going to be the company president, shouldn't you be more careful with how you speak? You're rude.
Huh? Who are you?
The company he works at, Murakami Metal Works, is a very important one in the industry. You should be more respectful.
As soon as Kishimoto-san said it, someone came running down the hall.
Hey, you two! What are you doing?
A furious man came running.
Dad, what's wrong?
What do you mean, you idiot? Murakami-san is an important client of ours.
Important? They just make holes. Who cares?
His father got real close to him and started scolding him.
What are you saying? Drilling is the most basic and most important step. Connecting, building, putting on, putting together, rotating. You need a hole for all of it.
Say what you want. I don't know.
Jeez, you always play around and never study.
His father faced me and bowed deeply.
I sincerely apologize. My idiot son was being rude.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, sorry.
What's with your attitude? You still don't get it.
His father was outraged.
Maybe you're too dumb to know this, but Japanese products are made under very strict standards. You have to calculate the gap between the pin and the hole for the smallest parts. Murakami-san's factory is well known for doing it more accurately than anywhere else.
Really?
They say that Ryohei-san here is exceptionally skilled.
I felt a bit shy, but I did sacrifice sleep to perfect my craft. I was so overwhelmed by the lecture, I could only stare. This isn't good? Sorry to make you do this. I'm okay.
No, I need to let him know what he's done.
What? You don't have to get so mad.
There was no sign of repentance. Kishimoto-san started talking again.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Just to be sure, you're the president of Kubozono Electrical Parts?
Yes, I forgot to introduce myself. And you?
Hello, this is me.
Kishimoto-san held out her business card. He took it and stared at it. Suddenly, his face changed.
Yotsui Mega Bank? Business loan representative? Why are you here?
Yes, I was going to speak with Murakami-sama here about business plans.
We've been receiving offers from Kishimoto-san's bank about additional loans.
We wanted to make sure our relationship continues with him.
She smiled at me and looked back at them.
I'm so sorry. There were some issues. I'll pay everything back this month.
Oh, I'm not the rep for your company, but I did hear the rep saying they were concerned. You mentioned that your son there will be the next company president. May I report that to your representative?
As soon as it was said, he grabbed his son's head and made him bow down.
That won't be necessary. That will never happen. I'm not dumb enough to let him run the business.
What? Wait. Kubozono-san, are you serious?
Of course. Our company will go down if I appoint him.
How unreliable is this guy? The company hasn't been meeting its loan agreements, so it wasn't looking good.
I'm relieved to hear that. If he really was going to be the next president, I thought I should let your representative know.
This woman saying whatever.
Of course. I'll be off now. Okay, let's go, you two.
Then he left without them.
Do you understand the position you're in?
Oof.
Your father's company is doing worse than you think. If you want to take over, you should work hard to support your company like Ryohei does.
Then Kishimoto-san looked over at Lena.
And you should get better taste in men.
What? What does that mean?
It means exactly that. Do you know why men that are all talk are the only ones you get?
Hey, is that about me?
She ignored him and continued.
Because you're all talk too. Birds of a feather flock together.
Why do I have to hear this from you?
I was just stating an opinion.
Ugh, this girl thinks she's above me.
Lena's pride must have been hurt.
Hey, wanna get back together?
Huh? What are you saying? Aren't you marrying him?
Now that he's not an heir, he's no more attractive than you.
I didn't think she'd be this forward with her craziness. I don't want to get back together with you. Try someone else.
What?
Murakami-sama, shall we go?
Oh, yes. Okay. See you guys.
Damn it, I never want to see you again.
Wait, Ryohei!
I can't. Does she really think it'll happen?
We left the two of them stomping in place. My father arrived when Kishimoto-san and I got to our seats.
Sorry I'm late. I got caught up.
We apologize for calling you out when you're so busy.
My father looked at her smile and seemed confused.
Huh? Did something happen? You look unwell.
Yes, a little trouble, but it was resolved, so it's fine.
I see. That's good. Ha 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 ha.
You're good, sir. You see through it all.
What do you mean? This is nothing.
Our meal was peaceful and the business talk went well. After that, the heir was sent off to a subsidiary and broke up with Lena.
Damn it, my perfect presidential life.
Kubozono was cut off and his life was a mess. His comeback, he'll have to reevaluate his personality first. Lena's plans to marry rich fell apart, so she started looking for work.
What did you do while you were in school?
Trained to be a good wife?
You can go home if you're not serious about this.
She's been following. I think it's a good chance to reevaluate herself. As for me, I've been busy as always. Kishimoto-san's been coming to see me when she has time.
Ryohei-san, are you on a break? May I?
Of course. We talk like this on our breaks.
Are you not gonna look for a girlfriend?
Why do you ask?
I was just curious. Do you have one already?
I do not, unfortunately. I'm so busy with work, I haven't had time. She looked very happy when I answered that way.
I see. How do you feel about older women? I like younger guys, by the way.
What are you saying? Don't tease me.
Love is a necessary part of personal growth. Much more important than status or money.
Kishimoto-san wasn't talking like herself. I didn't know if she was being serious. I think we'll continue to be work partners for a long time. I was hurt when my job was made fun of. I realized a lot of things by being around my father, my friends, and Kishimoto-san. I want to continue to work on the skills that my father passed down to me, and I want to make myself better. I believe that doing so will make my life shine brightly.